All right, everyone. It looks like we are ready for our next run at Prevent-A-Thon 5. But before we get to that, I'd like to thank a generous donor who sent in their donation to Little Warriors overnight. I'm to understand it was a bit of a time zone thing, so happy time zone to all of you out there. We have 100 Canadian from Octopi Managed Services with no comment, but I think the name tells a story all on its own. So thank you very much for your tremendous generosity. And with that said, it's time to bounce into 100 little jumps, 100% with Sekeri. Let's take it away.
All right. Well, thank you very much, D3. I'm Sekeri. I was here yesterday to play Warbo, but today we are going to run the 100% of 100 little jumps. So a quick presentation of the game. Oh, by the way, I'm joined by the lovely Derek GNC. So hi.
Hello there.
I can confirm both that Derek is here and that he is lovely.
Well, thank you.
always welcome your commentator, and that's so important for me because it's a bit of a tricky run. The game is very simple. We play a little frog that can move around, that can jump, and unfortunately you can see at the top of the screen I have a little bit of a counter that counts down whenever I jump, and if I reach 0, I just reset at the beginning of the game. So the game strategy is to try to go to the end as fast as I can. Just so you know what's going to come up for the incentive, because we met the incredible yellow darkness incentive. Normally what I'm supposed to do while running is just grab one of those, oh, missed a jump, grab one of those butterflies that allow me to be a shiny little frog, and go into this tunnel to do some platforming. So you can see I have some lights, and I will be doing this without the lights. So yeah, get ready for it.
This version seems difficult enough, so the fact that you felt comfortable providing an incentive without that is really tremendous of you, and thank you to everyone for donating to make that happen.
Yeah, so I'm running 100%, which means the run starts whenever I delete my save, and I will go get all the medals and the hats, and I will also collecting the 4 golden toad that are at the bonus levels. So if the team is ready, we will do a little bit of a countdown.
Absolutely. Count us in whenever you're ready.
All right, so 3, 2, 1, and go.
Go.
So right off the bat, you will see me do some very important things, because we can finish this game in only 2 runs. So that's a good start. Alright, I'm going to go into focus mode because we can finish this game in 2 runs, but I have to be very precise on the first run. I need to nail every single jump till a very specific point of the game, which means if I mess up anything, we lose about 2 minutes, so...
Got it. Yeah, no, unsurprisingly, when one of your basic motion vectors is turned into a resource, your resource management gets a lot more intense.
Something that was pointed out when we were talking about this game previously, getting ready for this run, is when you're in the water, you do not have to worry about using those resources in the jumps. They don't count.
I did notice that.
Only counts if you are leaving the ground. So bouncing off of enemies or bouncing out of the water does not consume that.
Well, I mean, truly, what is swimming? Or like, you know, but jumping in the water? But since it's swimming instead, it doesn't count.
Right, exactly. Looking at this game, like, you know, you see those, I don't know what the genre is specifically called. Like you see like Jump King, Getting Over It. This very much reminds me of that, but with the less... this looks like the game that I'd be really into and going, I love pixel graphics. You know, the old school retro look is just an aesthetic that really works for me. So like, I'm looking at this game going, maybe I pick this game up. I hear it's not very expensive on Steam, which is always a plus.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this is quite a frustration platformer like a... do we call them Foddy likes? I know he wasn't exactly the progenitor of the genre, but, you know, Getting Over It is the one that everybody knows these days. But I can see where you're coming from in terms of, you know, it's a game with a system that will send you back all the way if you ignore its main mechanic.
Nailed it. Sorry.
Nicely done.
So I'm sorry I'm cutting you off right there, but I really need to get here with 30 jumps left, because one of the most important thing for this run is that we need to finish the game with 30 jumps left. But since we want to also get the hat, which requires us to break the game and have infinite jumps, which I do have now, we cannot. We need to be there with the very precise amount of jumps. So we just nailed a very long part. So it was basically 2 minutes and 30 seconds of me just making sure I don't miss a single jump. Because if I miss a single jump, I'm out of jump, and you can see the counter is stuck at exactly 30. So that was perfect. All right. So yeah,
that's excellent.
Yeah, that's very cool. I'm very glad it went off, because it's not easy to do. And about a week ago,
that's the kind of thing where I imagine, like, you know, on a casual playthrough, you're practically you know, putting levels out on like graph paper. It's like, all right, how do I scope this out? What's my route look like? And now on into Yellow Darkness.
Missed it.
Thankfully, you have infinite jumps for this, but even still.
Yeah, it's still very, very difficult. I had to adjust the setup to make sure I get the jump. And then there's some disappearing platform, and you see me bunking my head against walls and making sure I'm in the right position, because it's a very, very tricky first triple jump. So
of course there are disappearing platforms. Why didn't I realize there'd be disappearing platforms?
Thank you, Mega Man, for giving us this technology.
Yeah. Yoku blocks will never die, but you as the player certainly will.
I'm not getting the third jump, so I think I'm too short.
No, this reminds me of there's a game that I play along with a runner named Amber Cyprin called Ricky and Vicky, and there's a section of it called the Irregular Cavern, which is all about teaching you how to do extremely difficult platforming that will technically help you in the main game, but is often just like looks and feels fundamentally different. And there are 2 levels at the end of the Irregular Cavern that are much like this, entirely dark. The benefit for our sake is that in that game you screen wrap. If you fall around the bottom, you come back to the top. You do not fall into pits. So this is difficult. This is even more difficult than that.
Yeah, I'm very glad the incentive was meant, because this is something I really wanted to try for a long time, and that gave me the little boost of if I can actually do it. I might add it to my runs.
Get the motivation.
Too far. So the last jump here is very tricky, because there's literally a spike right after the jump. So this jump here, if I go a little bit too far, I'm falling into spikes. But that's Yellow Darkness. That's
awesome.
That was not easy. And now we are. So we have our 30 jumps. We collected 2 medals, and now we are going to get the hat. Oh, missing the vine. Which is normally the secret ending you get when you go and defeat the frog that cursed us and took our jumps out. So there are 3 ways to finish the game. Oh, falling because I'm not focused anymore. There's 3 ways to finish the game. You can finish the game by going through the temple, which is supposed to be the one that kills the less amount of jump out of you. So not grabbing the vine here because I was not timed correctly. So that's I could have gone above. I'm an idiot.
Okay, so you've got your temple, which I imagine you described first because it's kind of the standard ending.
Yeah, it's the one that you will probably end up doing when you're doing the first run of the game. Mostly because it's where you spend the less jump. So you are basically saying, "Oh, forest look difficult. I'm losing a ton of jumps there. So maybe I should go to the temple." Forest is the other option, which is a bit harder, but spend a little more jumps. And the secret ending is the one I'm doing right here. You cannot do this ending, or at least it's very hard. It's again jump perfects without the boost that gives us the opportunity to have infinite jumps, because you have to go all the way on top of the mountain before falling down, and that's allow us to take our revenge on the witch. Yeah.
I recognize this kind of screen transition. I've seen VVV before.
Yeah.
I was thinking Well, the recent game.
Yeah, too.
Mm-hmm.
So now we just have the hat, which is the coolest hat ever. And we also have the secret ending with all the art from the devs and concept art and things like this. So it's pretty cool. The devs are extremely cool. It's I send them a message saying, okay, I'm doing this weird run with my friend where we want to get all the medals without resetting, so we can use the in-game timer. But there's this one platform that messed up. There's this one platform that I cannot, we cannot go through, and he literally patched it and removed it. And it was just a random email sent at 1 a.m. and my friends and I were like, wait, he did it? So now that we have finished the very tense run, we are doing the more relaxing one where I have to get all the other medals. So it's a pretty simple one. I just need to be more careful not to spend all my jumps for no reason. Oh, this is a bit of a tricky one. Yep, because...
I do have a semi-important question.
Go for it.
What's the frog's name?
Does
the frog have a name?
It's a very weird question because I think on the itch.io of the game there's a real name, but
yes, there is. About this game,
I always
the
have
frog has
no
been
way
cursed.
to remember it, and I'm like, I'm gonna call it Frog or Froggy or Frogger. I don't care. It's not very magician-like, but
I was gonna go with
the frog who doesn't.
Glenn.
Oh yeah, no, that's appropriate for you especially.
That tracks.
Yep.
So yeah, if you want to
It's
give
funny,
it names and
the frog who doesn't have a name is the evil frog. So if you wanted to send in any evil frog names and donations, we'd love to read those out.
yeah, go for it.
What was the witch from Banjo-Tooie? Gruntilda?
Yes.
So it would be like, can we go Croak-tilda? Frog-tilda?
Grimtolda?
Keep going.
Oh, there you go.
You've got like 5 more minutes to workshop this.
Yeah, we are coming close on the traditional runs because after this we are going for the bonus levels, and the bonus levels are not in the main game. So this is Temple. This is where we're getting our finals medals. But we are not going to do it too much, and I'm going to restart, and we are done with the base game. So now we are just going to do the extra challenges. And the extra challenges are actually not exactly challenges, they are more special tutorials, because you need a certain amount of jumps to unlock them. And so they're basically saying, did you think about doing this to save jumps? So for example, between a crumbling platform, if there's exactly one space, you can just walk above them, you don't have to jump every time. You can bounce above enemies, and it's basically teaching you how you can save more jumps and go to the next step with your run. And I find this really cool, and I mess up my first jump. Oh, come on. And I find this like a really cool. The final thing is, the final challenge is a real challenge for, I jumped, I'm an idiot. The final challenge is actually a real challenge, so it's one where you get to go through a maze, there are some weird control things happening, and let me go through. Yeah, thank you. What? Oh, okay, I got a coyote jump that I was not supposed to get.
I just want to make a quick correction to something said on a previous level. You are not, in fact, an idiot. Even if game mechanics mess up, these things happen. You do it again, and it works the way you want it to.
Yeah, I kind of sometimes say that. That's pretty bad.
Oh, for sure. No, it's a completely understandable instinct. I just wanted to be clear that none of us here on the stream or watching you think that. So
thank you. That's
just a helpful little reminder for you.
And for everyone that's trying speedrun out there, because it's always easy to depreciate yourself. But remember that every time that your timer goes a little bit down, you beat yourself, your yesterday self. So keep speedrunning, guys.
There you go.
And girls.
Yeah. And every time a trick doesn't work out, that's more practice. You're still getting better at it.
Or you can do what I do. I just did it for the content.
Yeah, that's better. That's RNG
more time to
manipulation.
listen to the OST. We get to appreciate the artwork. Did it for the content. Somebody clip that. Let's clip farm today.
There we go.
So this is a bit of a ridiculous part because my controls are reversed when I cross a mirror. So I have to get through this with my control going the wrong way. And of course the game wants to punch me really, really strongly in the face, so is not very friendly with me. But we are getting close to the end of the run. Actually, I'm going to go at the top of this, and when I cross not this door but the next one, it will be time. So get ready soon. Alright, and time. There we go.
GG's.
GG.
12:18. That's very good. 12:21. Sorry, I was a bit early on the screen. But yeah, that's a 100 little jump. It's one of those little gems. So the game is free. Go on Steam, play it. It's free. If you want to have fun. I should have said that before the run because now you know all the little secrets, all the little dirty secrets of the game. But the game is free. It's a very cool little puzzle game. You don't go into it singing it to yourself. I really want to be fast. I really want to be performing. You go into it being like more, okay, how can I save jumps? Could I like play safe, not play safe, and things like this. And it's a really good teaching experience if you want to learn like puzzle platformers because it's a very good one. Yeah. So I think I've done pretty much everything I had to say about this. I don't know if you, Derek, or you have anything to say about your experience again, because I know you downloaded it just to try it before I explained the run to you, which I was very happy to hear about.
I haven't got to pick it up yet, but I am going to pick it up. I've been busy, but I think after this weekend, I'm going to exactly life and just a lot of obligations, but I think I'm going to pick it up. And
it's available on itch.io. It's available on Steam. It is available to you, so go seek it out.
Oh, I will. There's a statistical chance I'll bring it to my personal stream and show it off as well. But I think you forgot to tell us the important mechanic of there's a croak button.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
I feel personally cheated not having done the croak button, but I love when games have like little things like that. I think there's another frog game that recently came out that has a dedicated croak button, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, and it's also a little bit of an Easter egg because the croak button is the one that allows us to eat fireflies and get shiny in the dark. So. That's why I forgot I used the croak button. I did not use it in this run.
Forbidden in this run. Yes,
which is amazing. And so,
Sekeri, are there places people can find you if they want to watch your streams or the games you run?
I'm mostly on Twitch. I'm not streaming a lot because that's very much what I do for fun. But I love diving into a Steam library and looking for new fresh game every day. So it's been 6 weeks now that I've been checking every single day that come out and finding little pearls that I really want to play. So you can find me on Sekeri_rat. There will probably be a shout out somewhere in the chat at some point. So you can click that if you want. That's pretty much it. I want to give a big thank you to Prevent-A-Thon for allowing me to bring those 2 runs because that was very, very cool. This is the first time I speedrun for an English marathon, Canadian marathon, and I'm very glad it went how it went, and the tech team and everyone is doing an amazing job for a very good cause, so keep donating and keep being awesome, and yeah, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, that is very, very kind of you to say. And as Prevent-A-Thon's head of games committee, please keep submitting. We'd love to see more of those little pearls that you plucked out of the Steam library. We would love to have you back again. And Derek, anything from you?
Yeah, if you like watching randomizer speedruns and randomizer speedruns, you can definitely find me at twitch.tv/DerekGNC most weeknights. Other than that, this might be the last time you hear me on mic for Prevent-A-Thon 5, so appreciate everybody for letting me be here on the comms teams and presenting games as well. So yeah, big shout out to the Prevent-A-Thon as a whole and to our amazing marathon and our amazing charity as well. So let's keep it going. Day 5, last day, put those donations in, and let's have some fun.
Tremendous. Could not have said it better myself. Thank you so much again to Derek and to Sekeri for this fantastic run of 100 little jumps. But don't go anywhere. We're going to be bouncing into our next run of Super Mario Odyssey with Cheese J very, very soon. That's going to be a Talk-A-2% run with a bid war for Mario's attire. So stay tuned for that. We're going to take a quick little break, and we will be right back with more Prevent-A-Thon.